Before we even dive in, I want to shout out Ezel Thompson for his continued support of the platform. That brother has been more than supportive, so I want to shout that brother out. Now, I'm going to allow YouTube to send the notifications out. Sticky fingers, what's going on? I see y'all rolling in. Pound that like button on your way in. What up, Hitman? Salute. Casper, what's happening? All right, all right. Dirty Maga's upset, y'all. They pissed off because of the last episode of South Park. South Park definitely hit below the belt. They just inked out a deal with Paramount for $5.8 million. So South Park is going to be streaming for the long haul. They've been going strong for quite a few seasons, man. I remember South Park being around when I was young. So South Park has been around for a while and they moving strong. But Dirty Mag is upset. They're pissed off because South Park put Donald Trump in bed with Satan. And they heckled the hell out of Donald Trump. They heckled him to no end, man. I mean, they had this guy running around acting like a man-child. If he ain't get his way, he would fire people and scold them and name call, similar to what he does in real life, right? And Dirty Maga's pissed. Now, first of all, what's Dirty Maga? Some of y'all probably like Dirty Maga. In case you're new to the platform, Dirty Maga is the version of MAGA that's still left. In case you haven't been watching the news, people like Nick Fuentes, Alex Jones, Tucker Carlson, Candace Owens. I mean, there's a whole host of very popular pundits and social media personalities that help Donald Trump get elected. All of them, they fell off. They don't want to mess with MAGA no more. They fell out with MAGA. And most of them were just being used anyway, But people like Candace Owens and Kanye West, they were just tokens. They were just being used to push the Republican Party. And now whatever is left of MAGA, after Trump has completely, berated them with insults, whoever is left, that's what we call Dirty MAGA. Anybody who's still supporting Trump, we consider them Dirty MAGA at this point, because Trump has done enough at this point, like hide the Epstein files, the way he's behaving with his relationship with APEC, how he pretty much put us in a war that, puts us in harm's way, went over there to Iran and did the bidding of Netanyahu, just the way he's been handling things, the whole tariff war situation that really hurt us even more, just the big, beautiful bill, all the things he's been doing. Anybody who's still a supporter of Donald Trump, we're calling them Dirty MAGA at this point, right? Those are the Hills Have Eyes, inbred Hicks, the fake fundamental Christians, Southern Baptist Christians who really are racist. Those are mostly what Dirty MAGA composed of. After Elon Musk left and everybody else left, it should be clear what's going on. Although a lot of those people left and they just became Nazis, right? They with white supremacy. They following Roman Catholicism and some more stuff, right? But nonetheless, let's go to this episode of South Park, man. Because Dirty Maga's pissed off. I know it. Eventually, I'm going to ignite them, and they'll turn up in the chat. But peep this, y'all. This is hilarious. This is hilarious.
Comedy Central, and one of the most valuable parts of that channel is the show South Park. In fact, just yesterday, Paramount locked in a $1.5 billion deal with the creators of South Park to be the show's exclusive streaming home. Last night, the first episode of South...
Now, think about this. $1.5 billion is going to a damn TV show? A cartoon? I mean, goodness. Talk about misappropriated wealth in America. But they're going to be streaming for the long haul. Let's go.
South Park's 27th season air. And the thing about South Park is that their episodes are produced in advance, but only like a week in advance. So this one incorporated a lot of current events.
I'm not in the mood right now. Another random commented on my Instagram that you're on the Epstein list.
Hey, yo, you can't make this up. And, you know, for all of the Dirty Maga representatives, listen, Trump is in bed with Satan. And I'm not just talking about figuratively. He's literally in the bed with Satan, the synagogue of Satan. And he is on the Epstein files. And so, you know, I want to ask Dirty Maga this, right? At what point do you stop supporting Donald Trump? What does he have to do? Right? That's the question. Let's go.
The Epstein list? Are we still talking about that?
Well, are you on the list or not? It's weird that whenever it comes up, you just tell everyone to relax.
I'm not telling everyone to relax. Relax, Dad.
Yo, you can't make this up. Yo, South Park is off the chain, bro. South Park is off the chain. I mean, look, he really is in the bed with Satan. You know, he lied to y'all. He lied to y'all. He told y'all that he was going to drain the swamp. He told y'all that he was going to expose all the wickedness going on in politics. But instead, he looked out for his billionaire comrades. Instead, he chose to rock with the synagogue of Satan. He's in bed with him. And, you know, Dirty Maga is pissed about this because, you know, South Park, they got freedom of speech. And so do I. If they could spend $5.8 billion and the first thing they decide to do is go in on Donald Trump, then surely my little platform over here, I could speak my mind in regards to what's going on with the president. I know a lot of people are afraid to do this. But listen, we're living in a different America right now. We're living in America where people can be openly racist and people could just be horrible people. I mean, under Trump, you know, people can just be horrible people right out in the open. And it's a lot of racial tension in this country because of it. But hey, this is America. 2025 America. Let's go.
It gets worse. The plot of the episode, short version, is that Trump has sued the town and a settlement is reached. And part of that settlement is the town has to produce pro-Trump TV ads. And, well, viewer discretion is advised. Yeah.
Yo, hey, South Park took it to another level. Not only did they go in on Trump in the episode, you telling me South Park took it a step further and all the ads that aired was heckling and trolling Trump, bro. Hey, listen, man, I'm going to watch this episode. I'm going to watch the episode because I think it's funny. Why do you think it's funny, Nubreed? Well, listen, under Trump's America, they have made depictions of our people looking like monkeys. You know what I'm saying? They done got depictions of our people in AI looking crazy out here, eating chicken with the steam, the smoke still rolling off the chicken, eating the bone and everything in AI. The reason why I find this funny because it's eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. They over here connecting all kind of coins and stuff to our image. They actually making generational wealth off of our image, off of exploiting us through AI. So damn it, if Trump is getting heckled and trolled, he deserves every bit of it. He is in bed with the devil. Bless up, bless up. I see everybody rolling and I see y'all. Peace and blessings. I'm trying to see, has Dirty Maga showed up yet? Y'all let me know when Dirty Maga shows up. They've been taking a lot of L's lately.
It keeps going like that. The clothes keep coming off, so we've decided to tastefully pixelate from here on. The White House obviously was not pleased with the episode. They issued a statement saying
the White House is pissed off. It's freedom of speech. This is America. How is it that Trump can get on the news and call people spineless, gutless people, and call anybody, insult anybody, name call anytime somebody does any coverage on them, but we, the American citizens, can't react to this? What's up with that? The White House is pissed.
The show Paramount just dished out $500 million for it. Quote.
All right, so Dirty Maga is starting to show up. Brian says Maga is still going strong. UMFers are losing. Oh, okay. Let me ask you this, Brian. What reputable pundit, creator, social media personality do y'all have right now? And are you okay about the Epstein files being hidden? Let's go.
Hasn't been relevant for over 20 years, is hanging on by a thread with uninspired ideas in a desperate attempt for attention. Sam Cedar's the host of the Majority Report, and he joins me now. I gotta say, Sam, when it gets bleak out there and when people are being cowards, it is a real shot in the arm to see the South Park people being like, absolutely not.
Totally. And I'll tell you, it's a real shame you didn't keep playing that video. Yeah, I mean, I think the big thing about this is, and, it's the case that they got what is classically known in showbiz as FU money just yesterday. But
now I want y'all to understand who was responsible for making sure that South Park can get such an advance. See, I told y'all there's something way deeper going on, right? In America, you have the white nationalists who are totally against Trump being in bed with the devil. They're totally against him supporting Israel. That's what's happening right now. So there is white nationalists that are in charge of certain corporations, certain publications. They don't have as much power as the Zionists. Oh, no. They don't have as much power as those people, but they do have money. Y'all got to understand, Elon Musk is the richest man in the world. Elon Musk is a white nationalist, a white supremacist. He follows Nazism. And trust and believe, you're going to see campaigns being pushed coming from that side. They got the money. So what you're looking at right now is a war between the shadow government and the white nationalists. Now, here's the good, the bad, and the ugly, right? I'm going to give y'all the good news and the bad news. The good news is the Zionists are actually holding these people at bay. The Zionists are holding these people at bay because the white nationalists would like to purge the land altogether. The white nationalists would like to just take out anybody who is not white and Aryan. But the Zionists is not letting that happen because they're the ones in control. They running everything. So you're looking at a power struggle going on right now. See, that's the good news. What the bad news is, a house divided can't stand, which is also good news. Because they're going to tear each other apart, and we're going to sit back and watch, and God's people will take their rightful place afterwards. Right, let's go.
The light for this deep.
Yo, how did they get somebody to look just like him like that, bro? They did Trump dirty.
deal.
Yeah, the thing about this whole crooked deal is just how transparent the whole thing was. Like, they need the merge, they need the FCC merger. It's dangled. Like, again, there's both the cowardice, there's the bullying, but there's this kind of like gaslighting about the whole thing, this wink, wink, nudge, nudge, like with Colombia, like it's about anti-Semitism, or the FCC is actually like looking into real issues when everyone knows that it's nonsense. It's like there's something kind of sanity fraying about that, I find.
Well, there are moments where you start to realize, like, we're living in a nascent authoritarian state. You're seeing people being intimidated. You're seeing the...
Yeah, y'all should have seen Dirty Maga going off all on X. They were saying that Trump should sue South Park. They were actually replacing, some of the white nationalists was replacing Trump with Netanyahu. It's just a whole firestorm behind this. There's just a lot going on behind this, but let's go.
The level of corruption just play out nakedly. I mean, you mentioned earlier.
And that's what we're seeing right now. We're seeing corruption play out nakedly. I mean, it's right in our faces. I mean, it shouldn't even be a question whether or not the politics that we see today is corrupted. It's all corrupted. It should be, it should be evident at this point. Trump is in bed with Satan. That image right there is the truth. The media have to show you the truth. Why? It's karmatic debt. If they don't tell y'all what's really happening, then they won't be held liable. I mean, pardon me, if they don't tell you what's really happening, they will be held liable. Trump really is in bed with the devil. So all of you like strong right-wing conservative Christians, I get it. I get it. You thought that this was a man of God. No, he's proved to be a devil. He's lied to y'all several times. And at this point, he's hiding the Epstein files. He tried to go to war with Iran under false pretenses. He lied about everything. He's kissing the ring of AIPAC. And this is just the truth. See, Dirty Maga couldn't even show up for this one. They didn't even show up like that. I had a few of them. I had a few of these inbreds, tiptoe their way in here. But they couldn't really show up for this one.
Donald Trump's former defense attorney is going to negotiate a deal with Ghislaine Maxwell.
Somebody said, I bet you voted for Kamala Harris. No, I don't go with Democrat or Republicans. Nope. Neither one of them have a plan for Black America. Nothing comprehensive for us, so I don't care about any of them. The whole government is filthy, and they all on the Epstein files. How about that?
I mean, it's just absurd, but it is what an authoritarian country and society is. And, it's not hard to find people who say, like, I'm flying out of the country. I'm not sure if I should strip my phone of critiques of Donald Trump. I mean, this is something that, 15 years ago we would have joked about and thought impossible. But it's not hard to find those people around who are legitimately starting to edit and censor themselves on a daily basis because of this regime.
And it's so interesting too to think about the role. Like, it's such a classic thing about comedy and like making fun of the leader of the country that's what being a free society is. Like, if you're not in a free society, then you can't.
Well, the White House is upset about this because Trump really is in bed with the devil. It's one of those things, like, if it don't apply, let it fly. Why is it that our U.S. president seems to be reactionary to everything? Everything that happens, he's reacting. Like clockwork. The man comes off as very insecure. And that's why South Park is doing what they're doing. I mean, they're actually proving the character that they put up acting as Trump, they actually proved it. They proved it. That's who he is. He's too reactive. A big ass man child.
Have people making fun of the leader of the country on primetime shows. And if you're in a free society, like that's the thing that we have and we take for granted.
They, at the end of the show, sort of like the beeline story was Cartman, talking about suicide. And it was almost as if,
hey man, listen, Charlotte. I know that you're in the chat screaming for attention. I mean, you just throwing a whole fit in the chat here. Listen, go somewhere and find a MAGA channel. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. All right? Everything you saying, I've heard Dirty MAGA say it 100 times over. It has no effect. All right?
if they were saying like, we could be seriously biting the hand that's been feeding us in a way that we're not going to get fed anymore.
Yeah.
And I think that's really important.
Yes, that there's risk there. I want to read this in the lone Democratic commissioner of the FCC, Anna Gomez, who says the paramount.
Yeah, so, South Park did what they did. They went in on Trump. I'm not going to go live long on this at all. I got another stream coming right back. And, it is what it is. In this country, do we not have freedom of speech? Has Trump not showed himself to be in bed with the devil? Who's the devil? Some of you all may ask. Well, it's the synagogue of Satan. Read your Bibles. Read your Bible on who the synagogue of Satan is, written of in the book of Revelation. And that's how I'm going to answer that. Anyway, peace and blessings to y'all. More material coming. Shalom. Peace.